Good afternoon, good morning, good day. I thought I would kind of let you know what happened on my first week after I moved in here, just so you can know what I did on my first week here. So obviously you've seen my whole move in. So first day was my move in and getting shopping and that sort of thing. And then on the Sunday, I kind of chilled out and explored because I didn't really know much about the university. And actually at one point I went exploring and I thought I found a tour, and turns out it was a church which rents out one of the halls, so that was actually really cool. So I went there on Sunday night. Monday morning there was the big introduction for all of the international students, so I went to that and I got to meet a whole bunch of other Aussies. I met some Americans and some Italians and some French girls and lots of people, so that was actually pretty nice. After that I went to another big welcome talk where we got to meet our, I think they're student representatives, and then after that there was like tea and cake and that sort of a thing, and so I just sat and chatted or stood. And I got to meet a whole bunch of other students there, and then yeah, went home and had some food. On the Tuesday I tried to figure out the bus system. Okay, so I really want to go really want to go to Primark. Everyone's been telling me I need to go to Primark. It's got cute stuff and cheap stuff, but there's none in my town. I found a bus that leaves from just out the front here. It takes about an hour if I get to the bus on time. I was actually kind of proud of myself, was because I couldn't find any information, because if you go to like on YouTube and look for a video about how to use the buses, they only do it for tourists and they all only ever do it for inner London or interstate, like. Anyway, so I figured it out and I caught the bus out and there were some really cool shops, nice cheap shops. Got a whole bunch of stuff and then had some lunch and then came back like 4 p.m, but it was nighttime. Okay, Wednesday.
You know, I think this is the longest I've ever kept a plant alive.
Anyway.
Okay, well there's an ambulance or something, but generally speaking, how cute.
So, today is my registration day, so I've been here, let's see, I got here on Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today is Wednesday. I haven't even been here a whole week. Like, that blew my mind yesterday. I was like, wow, I must have been, I went for a run, that's why I was going like this. And I was like, I must have been here for like a week and a half, like I'm running around the local area. Yesterday I took a bus, and no, I'd only been here like 4 days, 3 days, whatever it was. Anyway, so today's proper registration. It's where I actually go and I get my student card, and I'm pretty sure it's where I do get my subjects, my timetable. At 2 p.m. is my registration. At 1 p.m. there's a sports fair, which doesn't sound like me, but there are a couple of sports I might try and join while I'm here, just because why not? And yeah, look, mummy, I'm still making my bed. So I got my student card, and I got that all registered into the system. I got my free hoodie, yeah. That was also when I figured out how to catch the bus back to my campus, and it was the first double-decker bus experience that I had this time around. I caught it a lot when I was a tourist a few years ago, but that was kind of fun. Thursday, my first nephew was born back home. So that was very exciting. It was very sad to miss out on it, but I was able to get pictures and kind of Skype with some family and that sort of thing, so it was still really, I felt involved. Thursday was also when we had our introduction to whatever school you're in. So I'm part of the School of Education, so I went to the introduction to that, figured out my timetable and what classes I was registered into, and kind of got that all finalized, which is really good. They explained everything a lot better than all the other introductions and orientations that I went to. They were all for like everyone. It was vague, it was long, yet so full of useless information. Anyway, with this education one, there were only 6 of us, and we have a really good education leader, and so she explained how it worked and the best way and what sort of referencing system we had to use, and it was just a whole lot of really useful information that was specific to the course that I'm doing. So that was awesome. Same day on the Thursday after that, when I got back to my apartment, in the kitchen I noticed that our roof was leaking. Oh, I forgot. Wednesday night, we had a fire alarm at 11:30 at night. Turns out there was an issue. There was water leaking through the roof and getting into like the electrics, and so we actually had to stay. We're outside for like 15 minutes, which doesn't sound that much, but when it's cold it is. And they're like, look, we still can't let you back in until it's good, so go wait in the library in your pajamas. And so, well, we did that. But the next day I found water leaking through our light in our kitchen, so I had to call them to get that fixed. And then in the evening on Thursday there was a movie night. One of the societies watches movies, and so they were watching Rogue One, and then it was a double movie extravaganza. Watched Rogue One and then straight away into Star Wars 4 because they lead onto each other in the storyline. So that was kind of cool. There was heaps of popcorn. Friday, the last day of Refreshers Week. There was the Refreshers Fair, where all of the societies and the sports and everyone set up tables so you can go and get information about them. This is a really big deal at the beginning of their year, but in the middle of their year, well, when I went, half the tables were empty. the societies just didn't show up. But I did find a society which did like board games and role-playing and stuff. I signed up for volleyball and rugby tryouts, which I went to later that day. Did a lot of exercise that day. It was intense. It was really fun, but I also realized I'm not very experienced in these things, and these are proper athletic people. And then I went home and I cooked a huge batch of bolognese, which I put in the freezer and I still have, so that's really handy dandy. Yeah, and then went back to Saturday, where I had to sleep in because I was incredibly sore after rugby and volleyball. Anyway, I'm kind of gonna leave it there. But yeah, that was kind of my first week, and I might do another video to kind of let you know about my second week if you're interested. Have a wonderful day. Bye.